Well, hey there, it's Betsy, and welcome to a Minute of Wisdom. I am coming to you live from Tampa, Florida. It is a very cool 93 here today, so hope everybody's day has gotten off to an awesome start. Happy hump day, I guess, huh? Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about failing forward. Because if you are starting something new, or even if you're in the middle of something and you're not willing to fail, you might as well just hang it up now. I mean, let's face it. Failure is a huge part of success. There's a scripture in Matthew 14:29 through 30. And the disciples are all out in the boat, and all of a sudden there's this huge storm. And then they see what they believe is Jesus walking on the water. And Peter decides that he's going to try water walking 101. So he gets out of the boat and he goes for it, man. He just goes for it. And then he sees that the wind is like all jacked up, and it's wild and it's crazy and it's rough and all this stuff. And he gets afraid and he starts to sink. And he cries out to Jesus. And of course, Jesus reaches down and he saves him. But what I find really interesting about this is Peter doesn't even think twice about getting out of the boat. He sees Jesus. He wants to go join him. He gets out. He's gone. And he's doing great until all of a sudden he takes his eyes off of Jesus and he looks at the storm. And that's when he starts to sink. So how many times do we actually take our eyes off of Jesus? How many times do we actually get off in a direction that we know that we have no business going down? You see, there is always going to be risk. Always going to be risk when you try something new. But, I mean, let's face it, everybody fails at some point. And if you're not failing, you're more than likely not doing much. In fact, John Wooden said, failure is not fatal, but failure to change might be. And, I absolutely agree with that. Thomas Edison was that guy that said, I haven't failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that it's not going to work. Now, if anybody should have had a reason to quit, it sure would have been Edison. And I just think of where we would be today if he had. You see, you should never, ever think of your failures as defeats, but just lessons. Especially if you're an entrepreneur. I mean, let's face it, we get lessons every day. I heard it said that when your memories are bigger than your dreams, you are headed for the grave. Have you ever thought about that? When you're thinking more about what's happened than what could happen, you have no vision. As God says it in Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. Bottom line, if you can't see where you're going, without a dream to propel you forward, without that vision, you're done. You're finished before you ever even get started. You see, God never consults your past to determine your future. And what I mean by that is He doesn't care how many times you failed, or even if you've never gotten started. He doesn't care if you've had, 42 different careers or 15 different businesses or what it is that you've done. Even if you've never, ever gotten out of the boat. He wants to give you new dreams that are bigger than anything that you have ever experienced in the past. So if you have experienced failure, no matter how many times, and you're feeling kind of, maybe a little down in the dumps or unsure that you want to keep moving forward, pick yourself up, dust off your knees, figure out why you failed and what it is that you should maybe be doing differently. Get yourself some mentors, get yourself some coaches or people that can help you. But most of all, allow yourself to dream again, to create that vision that's going to get you up out of bed in the morning, that's going to pull you forward and get you excited again. And never, ever let past failures keep you from future successes. So if you found this information helpful, I'd appreciate it if you'd share it with somebody that you think might benefit. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Hope everybody has an awesome rest of your day. Take care. God bless.